And I think just briefly, the way we got started in candles, my wife and I, we have, initially we're involved in health clubs, and we've always been really health conscious. We've been married for 16 years. We have 2 boys, and we've actually been together for 20. And about 11 years ago, the health club industry was not necessarily going the way we wanted it to, and we were looking for something new as far as business. And on our honeymoon, actually, we discovered these wonderful candles made out of an all-natural wax, which is palm oil. And, we went ahead and did a little research on the general candle market in the United States was unbelievably a $1.8 to $2.2 billion industry. However, most of the waxes that are found in most of the candles you buy were a paraffin substance, which is actually carcinogenic. And again, being really health-minded, my wife and I, I particularly have allergies, for some of these carcinogenic things when they burn. So we really loved the way this palm oil naturally crystallized and the way it burned. And my wife, who does most of our research, started telling me how that in Europe, they mostly burn vegetable oils, which this is, or palm oils. They use them in their cathedral churches where they have a lot of ornate sculptures and paintings. And because this is a clean-burning, smokeless, sootless wax, it's good for that. So, we went ahead and decided that we wanted to try to go ahead and develop our own candle line for the U.S. market. And over the last 10 years, we have specifically gone after a very high-end exclusive clientele. Our candles have never been sold on any type of large market, such as, home shopping networks or discounters. We actually primarily focused on a celebrity type of clientele. We've featured in the Wynn Resort Spa gift shop, the Wynn Resort Home Stores, the Venetian, Fred Siegel in Los Angeles, wherever an affluent buyer would be, that was the market that my wife and I originally wanted to address. And we felt that there were certain fragrances that were missing. Packaging, certainly at that point in time, 10 years ago, we felt like could use a lot of improvement. And hopefully, it seems like we may have done things kind of right. We've been featured in numerous magazines. We have a intense celebrity clientele. And, they're also looking for something that's all natural, and of course, that smells good, that burns cleanly and naturally, especially now. 10 years ago, it wasn't that big of a thing where, I have a nice candle, but we got our first big break with a little feature from a store we were in, Potion, in Hollywood, and Ashanti picked it up and quoted it as something that reminded her of one of her vacation spots. Isola Luce means island light, and because palm oil comes from the coconut oil of a palm seed, we kind of used that theme where palm trees are mostly found in the islands, and palm oil, so island light. And then, as you'll notice, a lot of our fragrances kind of have an island theme, but we have fruits, floral, citrus, men's fragrances, women's fragrances. The fragrances that we are doing with Youngevity are our top 20 bestsellers.
I need you to get a little closer.
Sorry about that, folks. Our fragrances you guys are going to be having the ability to sell and resell are our top 20 bestsellers. One of the things that I mentioned before as far as the packaging goes, 90% of the time when a candle is bought and sold, it's for personal use or for a quick gift item. And our packaging, I like to say we think it's the best packaging. We get a lot of kudos on the packaging that my wife primarily designed and the fragrances. But every, couple weeks out of the year, people need a quick gift item, for any numerous, we have Mother's Day coming up, a friend, Teacher's Day, holidays, Christmases. So, where people find that our product works really well is that they're able to buy it and re-gift it almost immediately. It doesn't need wrapping paper. All the boxes are satin lined with a cushion lining. And then they also feel like, that they got something unique and special. Again, we've only ever sold in very high-end exclusive boutiques. We have a really nice following in overseas, but again, the trend has pretty much stayed similar, where people want to know what Jessica Simpson really likes, or my wife and I have been lucky enough to go to the Hollywood Paramount Studios and gift it to some of our friends on the Nip Tuck series. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, most of the fragrances you have, you can actually directly quote as being Julian McMahon's favorite candle. We think that our partnership with Youngevity is something that's going to work because, again, we feel that most of the Youngevity products are the same caliber, very high-end, very hard to get to, unique products. And I think that, this is something that's really going to work for you guys. Some of our celebrities that you might not be aware of, Charlize Theron, Dr. Phil, and Robin McGraw, Sharon Osbourne, Demi Moore. We actually got commissioned to do special candles for Ashton, Kutcher, and Demi Moore, which are the Dolce and Geisha House candles. And, it's been an exciting trip. My wife and I have been doing really well, and we think that you guys can too.
So we'll be able to offer them starter kits, and they'll be able to have candle parties, right?
Yeah, something that we have been tinkering with for a while are candle parties. Most of my friends, even though my wife and I are candle manufacturers, are aware of party light candle parties. And the big thing that a lot of people came away from when we asked them, like, how'd you like that candle party that you had, was that they felt they spent a little bit too much for what they actually got. And from just the little conversations that we have when people see these candles, they feel like, wow, I could have got this, for that same price. And they really feel like they got something. And again, it's the packaging, it's the fragrance. Palm oil has got an extremely long burn time. But again, it's just, it's where we think the pricing is fair and the product is extraordinary. And again, with just the basic numbers that anybody could research, the candle industry in the United States still fluctuates, even in these hard times, in the billions of dollars a year. So there definitely is money in candles. But I think, again, what's going to make our candle really unique is where you'll see a lot of other candles, this one can be given as a quick gift item or for yourself. But, you'll always have that option that you don't have with other candle lines.
And I will personally vouch for the quality of these candles. They're absolutely beautiful. Like you said, beautifully packaged, beautiful scents. I really, really do think that this has taken candles to a whole new level. I commend you and Connie both on your packaging and your choices of fragrance. It's really exceptional product line. So, Steve, with that, I think we're going to wrap up and talk about what's coming soon.
Great. Well, just to recap, from my perspective, what really sets the Isola Luce candle line apart, Vanessa, besides Garrett and Connie's passion for creating these products, I mean, you can see it in the packaging, and, you and I have, and Michelle and everybody here is, seeing the packaging in person, and as great as they look on screen, and, the reason these celebrities are attracted to these candles is because they've been marketed through very high-end retailers, for one, but the reason they're there is because they're very high-end products. The packaging is, it really is. It sets them apart. And so as great as you think they look on screen, when you get that box and they're silk-lined and cushioned, and, I mean, it really, if you're going to give this as a gift, it is spectacular. It truly, truly is completely set apart from anything else I've seen, definitely in our industry. And so when you see, and Garrett mentioned these other companies that are out there that have built very large business opportunities for independent consultants and distributors on other, candle products and party products and things, this line really will add to your entire Youngevity, experience and business building aspects. So it really takes it to a new dimension. Now, when you can show somebody these clippings and things, I mean, Jessica Simpson is a client of and purchases these candles. When you can show that to your prospect, it just really is powerful to me, and that's what sets it really, it sets it apart from everything else that's out there. So it definitely gives us a whole new aspect to build your, Youngevity business, and so that's why I'm excited about it.